Hi everybody, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and my first two dogs are here. I have a Schnauzer and a Poodle, and I'm going to show you the grooming of the Poodle. He is a cancer survivor and he has had cancer twice so far. So he is missing a leg, but he does very good. As good as can be expected anyway. He's a little wobbly, but he's fine. They get around, they just hop around on the other three legs. He's got some really crusty, hard eye boogers in here. So while he's in the bathtub, I'm going to get them wet and let them soak while I wash the rest of him. Then I'm going to loosen it up in just a few minutes after it's been soaking. He's also getting conditioner. Now that I've finished washing him and put on his conditioner, his eyes have been soaking, which says eye boogers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this flea comb here just to loosen up the corners of his eyes. So when he's drying on the table, I can just shave those out and it'll be away from the skin. I'm just going to pull it out, not rip it out, just loosen it up so it'll be ready later. Okay, that's all. All right, I just have to finish blow drying him. He's about half dry. I dried him a little bit in the tub. He's a little wobbly because he only has 3 legs. I'm going to start out by shaving his feet with a 30 blade. It's a little hard to shave his feet because he's unsteady. He's wiggling around a lot. But he lets me do it, and it just takes a little longer. Nail trimming is included in all the groomings. I'm going to go ahead and cut his nails. He's very good for this. He's very good for everything, just a little wobbly. He is getting a number 7 blade all over. I just cleaned and oiled my blade. Most people like their dogs short. It lasts longer and they just shave them down and just come back every couple months. A lot of people put sweaters on them, at least for the first week or so, till they adjust to their haircut.
Here I am just brushing out his tail, and I'm going to use my curved scissors to trim his tail round and give him a pom-pom.
If you have a long-haired dog, but you take them to the groomers, you're still going to need some tools at home because you're going to have to do a little maintenance in between grooming. You can't expect the groomer to do everything. I mean, you can, but there are things like, even like these guys come every couple months, but still, I mean, their hair is long on their ears, so they still get tangled. So you can get thinning shears. It's good, just good to have around, because like he has this mat here. You're still going to have to brush in between groomings. Not anybody does, but I'm just saying you should. So thinning shears. Well, just thin out the hair so you can brush the ears right out. Look how easy that was. Unless the mats are too big, you know. But if they get little tangles like that, you can just keep up with maintenance between the grooming, and then it just brushes right out. So it's good to have a slicker brush. Of course, this brush is full of hair. It's good to have a slicker brush and a comb and a good pair of thinning shears, just so you can get out mats. Like if they have long hair on their tail and you want to keep that long, you know, so a lot of people just shave the body and keep the ears and the tail longer. That way you can do some in-between maintenance grooming between going to the groomers. Like this ear over here has a little tangle in it. So I'm going to hit it with my thinning shears just to thin out the hair, just so you don't have like a blunt, sharp cut. And this should brush right out. And it's not so painful on the dog like if you were brushing on a tangle, you know, just trying to rip out a tangle. I mean, it might look a little choppy, but the dog doesn't know. It's okay. You know, dogs don't have to be perfect. Their haircut doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. And then it just brushes right out. So there's that. I'm going to trim up his ears. His body is done. And I think I'm going to use a 2-comb on his head. I'm going to shave his eyes out with the 10 blade and just trim up his face. He's almost done. I brushed out his ears and I brushed out his face. So I'm going to take my comb just to check for any tangles left in his beard, and it goes right through. So I'm going to get my curved scissors, trim up his head and eyes. These scissors are great. It makes it nice and round. Then I'm going to flip my scissors around the other direction and just remove the ear out of my way. Trim the corner here. Comb it all forward and trim this side. Round it off. I'm going to take my straight scissors and trim his beard up. Comb it all down. I usually take their beards pretty short because it gets so messy under here because they stick their beards and everything. They stick it in their water bowl. They root around in the mud outside. They eat dirt. Unless somebody tells me that they want the face longer, I tend to take it shorter. Combing it all down. And then I'm going to go back with my curved scissors and round out his mouth. Pull all this hair out of his lip. And just scissor that off. Flip them back around the other way. Round it off.
And this is a little bonus clip. This is his friend that he came with this morning. He just got a number 7 blade all over with a short schnauzer face. And no, his eyebrows are not even because they grow crooked.
He is ready to go. His haircut took me about an hour and 20 minutes. I tend to pick a lot. Like, he takes longer because he has 3 legs and it's just more difficult to get in the little cracks like between his toes, and I have to lift his legs and all that stuff. This guy always takes me longer. I don't know why. Maybe because his head is round and I have to scissor it and I tend to pick a lot. But anyway, he's getting a slip over the collar bandana. I make these for all the dogs that are groomed here. I'm going to go ahead and spray some conditioner on him because his schnauzer friend is in the back waiting his turn. He's next. I'm not going to show his grooming, but I will show you his after picture when I'm done. What am I doing? I'm going to get some water just to wipe out his eyes. This is a fragrance-free baby wipe. And I always wipe out their eyes when I'm done just to make sure it's nice and clean. All right, I'm going to dress him up. This just snaps on. He doesn't even know he's wearing it. Thanks for watching.